What if I told you that in just 21 days, 3 weeks, you could completely reinvent who you are? And I'm not just talking about, picking up a new habit or two. I'm talking about a deep, fundamental shift, becoming someone who is naturally more confident, more disciplined, more you. Let's dive in, because the truth behind this is not what you think.
So, you've heard this one a million times, right? The magic number, 21 days. It's everywhere in the self-help world. Just do it for 21 days and it'll stick. You've probably tried it, I've tried it, and maybe it didn't quite work out. Well, there's a really good reason for that.
And here's the big twist. That whole idea, it might just be the biggest misunderstanding in all of personal development. See, the power of those 21 days was never, ever about doing something new. It was about being someone new. And that small difference changes absolutely everything.
This slide right here, this is the core of it all. Habit change focuses on your actions, the doing. It's all about willpower, forcing yourself. But identity change goes so much deeper. It's about your self-image, who you believe you are, your sense of being. When you change that core belief, the right actions, they just follow along naturally. It becomes effortless. That's the difference between temporary and permanent.
Okay, so if this whole 21-day thing isn't about habits, where the heck did it come from? We've got to go back to the source, because the origin story is where this whole thing starts to click.
So get this. The guy who came up with this was a plastic surgeon named Dr. Maxwell Maltz. He wasn't studying people trying to start a new workout routine. He noticed that his patients, after surgery, took about 21 days to get used to their new face in the mirror. Think about that. This wasn't a new behavior. It was a complete rewiring of their core identity to match their new reflection. It was always about self-image.
And that discovery leads us to maybe the most empowering idea there is. Your identity, the person you think you are right now, it's not set in stone. It's not a fact. It's a story you tell yourself, and you can choose to write a new one.
Now, check out this number. It's staggering. 95%. That's how much of your day, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, is run by your subconscious mind. It's basically on autopilot, running old programs. And its number one job? To make sure you act consistently with the person you currently believe you are.
I love this analogy of a thermostat because it just makes so much sense. Imagine your identity is set at, say, I'm someone who earns $50,000 a year. If you suddenly get a promotion and start making more, your subconscious thermostat will kick in. It'll find ways to bring you back to that comfortable setting, maybe through bad spending habits or self-sabotage. It's not trying to hurt you, it's just doing its job of keeping you consistent. So how in the world do you reset that thermostat? You do it with something called identity rehearsal. This is key. It's the act of practicing being that future version of you right now, today, before you have any proof or evidence. You start asking, what would the confident me do? And then you do that. You're giving your subconscious a new target to aim for.
Now, this might sound a little bit like wishful thinking, but it's actually grounded in some really solid science. Your brain is literally built for this kind of change. Let's look at the actual neuroscience of what's happening.
For the longest time, we thought our brains were basically fixed once we hit adulthood. We now know that's completely wrong. The big word for it is neuroplasticity. It just means your brain is more like plastic than stone. It can reorganize itself, create new connections, and prune old ones based on your thoughts and experiences. You can literally build a new mind. So how do you speed up that rewiring process? Well, science points to these 3 big keys. First, repetition. The more you practice a thought or action, the stronger that neural pathway gets. Second, emotion. When you attach a strong feeling to a thought, it's like hitting the save button with a big dose of neurochemicals. It sticks. And third, novelty. Doing new things puts your brain on high alert, making it ready to learn and change.
And this part is just incredible. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference between something you are vividly imagining and something that is actually happening. So when you sit down and mentally rehearse being that confident, successful person, feeling the emotions of it, your brain starts firing and wiring those circuits as if it were real. You are changing your brain before your life even changes.
Okay, so we know the why, it's about identity, and we know the how, it's neuroplasticity. So let's get super practical. Here's a simple 3-step blueprint you can use to start your own transformation.
It really just boils down to these 3 things. Define it, practice it, and design for it. That's it. This isn't about adding 100 complicated things to your plate. It's a focused, clear approach. Let's break down each one.
All right, step 1, define.
You have to get crystal clear on who you want to become. And notice the question. It's not what do I want to have, it's who do I want to be. Get really specific. And then, this is crucial, write it down in the present tense. Not I will be, but I am a disciplined and energetic person. You have to state it like it's already a fact.
Step 2. Practice. You have to do this every single day. In the morning, you activate that identity. Just take 5 minutes to visualize your day ahead, but from the perspective of this new you. Throughout the day, do little check-ins. Just pause and ask, who am I being right now? And at night, review your day and celebrate the moments where you were that person. You're reinforcing the win.
And finally, step 3. Design your environment. This is a total game changer. Stop trying to use willpower to fight your surroundings. Change your surroundings. If your new identity is, I am a healthy person, then make healthy food visible and junk food invisible. Make your environment, make your new identity the easy choice, the default path.
Now, as we start to wrap this up, it's so important to understand that this doesn't happen in one big flash of lightning. These small, daily identity shifts lead to massive results because of one simple principle.
This quote just nails it. Your change isn't a light switch that you just flip on. It's so much more like compound interest. On day 1 or 2, you'd barely notice a thing. But every time you practice your new identity, you're making a small deposit. And those deposits start to earn interest on themselves, and soon enough, the growth is exponential.
And you can see that effect right here. On day 1, the result is tiny. It feels like you're faking it. By day 10, okay, you're feeling some momentum. But by day 21, that compounding effect really starts to kick in. The new you feels more real, more natural. The results don't just add up, they multiply.
So please, don't think of the 21 days as the finish line. They're not. They're the proof. They are the training period where you prove to yourself on a deep neurological level that you can change. You prove that you are the architect. After that, you can use these tools to keep building for the rest of your life.
And that's really what it all comes down to. For most of us, our current identity was kind of built by accident, wasn't it? Based on what people told us, what we went through as kids. This whole process is about taking the steering wheel. It's about deciding, consciously, who you want to be. So the only question left is, who are you going to build on purpose?